Two brothers, same house, same parents, same schools, same careers, nearly identical salaries their entire working lives. MDO LNDO at Losterwu, one retired with Edern $6 million, a paid-off home, and winters in Arizona. The other retired with Ebite Bashers, Lings, a mortgage with 12 years remaining, and a part-time job at a hardware store because Social Security doesn't cover his bills. He lies awake calculating whether he can afford both his medications and his property taxes. Same genes, same opportunities. Radically different lives. The divergence didn't happen in their sensors or woosers. It happened entirely in their scissors through decisions that seemed small at the time and determined everything that followed. Your scissors are the most consequential financial decade you will ever experience. Not because the decisions are harder, but because three forces align during this window that never align again. First, peak earning power. Most professionals reach maximum income somewhere between Sister R and Woosher Woo. The absolute dollars available for wealth building are higher than they've ever been. Will be in second, remaining compounding time at Sirs, you still have Urserwool years until retirement. $1 invested at Sirs becomes roughly C-buy, Losterwu at Woosher. That same dollar becomes Arder Uling at Woosherwu, just R dollars. The compounding multiplier collapses with every passing year, and nothing you do later can recover it. Third, expense stabilization. Children become more independent. The house fits comfortably in the budget. Major purchases are behind you. Potential margin appears that didn't exist in your sensors. The only question is whether it flows towards savings or gets swallowed by lifestyle expansion. Consider the numbers. Someone reaching Sirs with Ebite, Ling Savored, earning Ebite Eser, Ling annually, saving 500 Sherwool from Sister to Lo Sherwool, accumulates approximately Edern Send Woo million. The same person saving only 500 Woo through their Sirs, then aggressively catching up at Worsers accumulates T by Bashters, Ling a Woobite Sirs, Ling gap from just 1 decade of reduced contributions. The Sisters' contributions have Arster War years to compound. The Worsers' contributions only have Sir War. That lost time cannot be purchased back at any price. Okay, 5 specific decisions determine which side of this divide you land on. Housing is the most consequential. Upgrading from a Sembai Worsers, Ling Home to a Luballer. Ling Home increases monthly costs by roughly E dollars. Bop by. That's Urser E Lop by annually that cannot be invested. Over Urser years of compounding, that single decision costs over $1 million in retirement wealth. Most people think they're spending more on housing. They're actually trading their retirement for extra square footage. Vehicles follow the same logic. 2 luxury vehicles instead of 2 reliable practical cars adds roughly Tibai monthly in payments, higher insurance, and more expensive repairs, costing Urbak Ling to Seaballer Lin retirement wealth depending on replacement frequency. Bound children's education creates the cruelest trap. Parent plus loans, cashed retirement accounts, suspended contributions during college years, all of it mortgages the parent's retirement to fund a child who graduates into peak earning years with decades ahead of them. The families who navigate this successfully make uncomfortable choices, state universities, merit scholarships, honest conversations about what parents can genuinely afford without destroying their own futures. Bank career risk tolerance matters more than most people realize. By Woosers, hiring discrimination begins quietly narrowing opportunities. The Sister 7-year-old who takes a strategic career risk has time to recover if it doesn't work. The Wooser 7-year-old doesn't. Income differences between staying comfortable and pursuing growth can exceed centers annually, Sembai Ling over a decade. Dine lifestyle inflation ties everything together. Social pressure in your Sursers is relentless. Colleagues take elaborate vacations, neighbors renovate, friends buy boats. The families who maintain the lifestyle that felt comfortable in their late censors and invest every dollar of increased income build retirement wealth exceeding $1 million more than families who expand to match their peer group. David and Christine upgraded their home at Sursers, adding 1,000 bad worser monthly in housing costs. They temporarily reduced retirement contributions from Byfinder Sturwar to Byfinder Lou. 2 years later, a new SUV added low-buy bashers monthly. College arrived and they took Parent Plus loans rather than asking their daughter to choose an affordable school. Every individual decision by Woosers, despite a decade of contributions and market growth, their retirement accounts held only Wooderser or more than at Cessors. They spent their Woosers desperately catching up. By Lo Sherwu, they had Lo Basherwu Ling enough to run out of money by Basharar. Robert and Jennifer looked nearly identical at Cissors. Sam income range, similar savings, 2 kids. Jennifer pushed back on the housing upgrade after understanding the mathematical impact. They stayed put. The EDOSH Lupai Wurzer's monthly difference flowed to retirement accounts. Robert bought a 3-year-old certified pre-owned vehicle when his car needed replacing. Their kids attended state universities on merit scholarships. Throughout their Cissors, Robert and Jennifer felt like they were swimming against the social current. Their lifestyle looked modest compared to peers. Their retirement accounts held Wu Bazers ling more than triple what they'd had at Surzer by Loster Wu. They had Edarn Lodi Wu million, a paid-off house, and complete freedom. And here's the part that matters most. Research consistently shows lifestyle inflation provides happiness boosts lasting only Sherbat to RC months before people adapt to their new normal. David and Christine didn't actually enjoy their Cissors more than Robert and Jennifer. They just spent more. The additional spending provided no lasting satisfaction while permanently destroying their options. Planned picture yourself at Tizzers, sitting quietly on a morning that belongs entirely to you. Land in one version, you're deciding which grandchild to visit this month, planning a trip you've always wanted to take, completely unbothered by unexpected expenses because your financial foundation is unshakable. In the other version, you're calculating whether Social Security covers your medications this month, anxious about what happens if the car needs repairs, lying awake, running numbers that never quite add up. Man, both versions of you made their setters' decisions decades earlier. Both are living with the consequences. Beyond the discomfort of Cissors' discipline lasts 10 years, the reward lasts 30. Man, the pleasure of Cissors' indulgence lasts 18 months. The consequence lasts 30 years or more. Bange or Cissors will end regardless of what you choose. The only question is which version of your Cissors-year-old self you're quietly building right now. Belend, that's not a burden, that's an opportunity, and it's entirely yours.